So, hi guys, this is Rohan Ramchandani. I'm having very special guest at my very first episode of the Real Estate Guy, your guy, Rohan Ramchandani. And my very first guest today is Javon Moses. He is someone with economics background from the Texas, and now he's killing it in the real estate industry. So, Javon, welcome to the show. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Glad to be here.
Same here, same here. I'm so glad to have you over here. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
pleasure, man. First episode, so I know this is first for everybody here.
Yeah. So how was your morning today?
It was good. Started off as usual, answer a couple of emails, talk to a couple of wholesalers on our team, and talk to a couple of clients that are looking to sell their house and purchase their house. So that's typically a normal day in my life in real estate.
Answering emails, talking to clients. That's the norm these days. Awesome. Awesome.
If you're successful, if you're doing things to,
So let's start off by this question itself. How do you define a very successful agent, and how do you define an unsuccessful agent?
A successful agent will, first off, you are always thinking about the client, never about your commission. You want to put the interest. If you're a seller's agent, you want to put your interest towards the seller, wanting to know how much they want realistically for their home.
Right.
And you want to, as a seller's agent, you want to make sure that you prospect and you make sure your buyers are having their proof of funds and everything is in order, so that way when you do have offers as a seller's agent, you're able to get that right away to the homeowner. If you're a buyer's agent, being a successful buyer's agent, you want to be a great negotiator. You definitely want to make sure that you're able to negotiate the price down on a home. If there are repairs needed, see if you can get closing costs cut down for your buyer, because closing costs stops a lot of people from buying homes nowadays. So a successful agent, buyer or seller's agent, is going to mostly want to do what's best for their client, because if you're able to solve their problems that they need, you're going to get paid regardless.
I love it, man. So what do you think that most of the agents are missing these days? And many agents are very unsuccessful. Even after spending more than a year in this industry, they are not able to find their success. Like, what's the major reason that they are lacking behind?
It's actually a couple. I would start off saying marketing. You have to market. You have to put your name, your brand, your face out there. It's something that when I'm marketing for myself, no matter if I'm going to a barbershop or if I'm going into a phone store to repair my phone that broke, I'm passing out cards to the receptionist. I'm telling people to refer me if you have somebody that's looking for a home and buying a home. And you have to market online. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Where the main audience these days is hanging out. It's social media. We have to be there all the time.
All the time. I mean, people are on their phones 24/7. So if they don't see you, and like they say, out of sight, out of mind. So you want to keep staying in these people's faces, keep having your ads ran, and as well as networking outside of Instagram and outside of social media.
Exactly. To enhance your sphere of influence more and more.
Yeah, definitely.
And I have seen many agents during the listing presentations when the sellers are asking how well you're going to market my home, how well you're going to fetch more buyers for my home. So those people are like, they just tell them, they don't show them, they don't have a game plan in place, they don't have a proper marketing plan in place, which will actually get them results and get them sell their home as soon as possible. What's that?
That right there is due to lack of knowledge when it comes to how to market a home. As an agent, you believe that when you put it on the MLS system that it's going to take care of everything for you. But that's a lie. I will recommend you will want to get in Facebook groups, post it on Craigslist, post it on places that MLS doesn't have access to, because your buyer could come from anywhere.
Exactly.
And a lot of people don't realize that a lot of buyers that I deal with are out-of-state buyers.
Wow.
Some that don't even see the property, but once I send them the details, they're able to make a decision whether they're going to buy it or not.
Awesome, man. That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. So, coming back to you, Javon. So, tell me something about your story. Like, what brought you into this industry? And it seems since 2017 you are doing it, right? Since 2017, yes, you have gained so much knowledge that you are able to share so much knowledge in front of our audience with so much conviction right now. I really appreciate it. And in just 3 years, you could learn so much, and you are able to implement those things. You are able to execute on a daily basis. That's a very great thing. So, coming back to like where you started, where were you in your late teens, 16, 17, 18 years of age? Where were you at that time? And did you ever thought at that time that you will be an entrepreneur?
Honestly, the entrepreneur life was something that I always thought about. Just never knew the route to take. When graduating high school, I played basketball, went off to college and started playing basketball. And, you know, when you wake up and realize that day you might not make it to the NBA, you know, you have to start thinking about other career paths. And
exactly. Right.
And so I enrolled into Texas State in 2014. And while I was there, I had a professor who was a real estate teacher who I showed up to the class and learned so much. And I was very interested into it, but that wasn't just really know if this was something that could be sustainable to support my lifestyle. And I got on YouTube, and YouTube was a big way of learning all types of ways to do and how to sell and be in the real estate industry.
Wow.
So with that being said, it was that I learned you didn't need a license to be in real estate to sell real estate. You can wholesale, you know, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Also, you don't need $1 million to be a real estate investor. You know, that's something that stops a lot of people in this industry from joining, because they believe there's so many hurdles, so many obstacles that's in their way, when really I found out it's just a mindset, you know.
Mindset is the first thing, of course.
Yes. And so for myself, I learned that if I take a system, and what wholesaling is, that's where I started off at. You just need motivated sellers, somebody who's looking to sell their property that may not know the value of their property. And they want to sell it for $40,000, and there's an investor out there that wants to buy it for $50,000. And your assignment fee as a wholesaler would be the difference, which is $10,000. And as a college student, that's life changing. You know, when you're in college and you're thinking about it, that's life changing.
When you make 10 grands, you just feel like you are a millionaire as a college student.
Oh yeah. When all your friends are struggling and they're just wanting food from the cafeteria, meanwhile you're able to go eat at Red Lobster.
Exactly. That's awesome, man. So you started. You go on.
No, you can go.
So you started as a real estate professional. I can call you a professional, because doing such $40,000, $50,000 deals is not a teenager's work. It's a professional job, of course, and you're making 10 grand as a college student. So you got into real estate as a college student itself, or you did any other business as a college student before that?
No, that real estate was the only thing. I worked a lot of jobs. Worked at Pizza Hut. Worked at Walmart. Academy.
Awesome.
And a couple other jobs. But real estate was the only thing outside of working at 9 to 5 that I found interest in. And it definitely, starting off, I did a wholesale deal because I didn't have my license. I wasn't sure if I wanted to get a license. After talking to a lot of real estate brokers, they were explaining to me there are a lot of rules and regulations that I would have to follow, which is not a problem, but it limited me as what I could do and how I could expand my company.
Awesome. After that, there was no looking back, of course.
No looking back, man. Once you get in, it's addicting. I mean, you're negotiating with sellers, you're meeting buyers, you're hearing these stories of how so many people got into the industry and what kept them in the industry. And once I found out that this is an industry, if you have a system in place and you have the right people around you, you'll never have to worry about getting a job or even getting another career path, because you can be ultimately successful if you continue to work hard in this industry.
I definitely agree on it. Definitely. And talking about that system which you are talking about right now, what should be that system for a real estate agent who is not into the wholesaling, who is into the residential normal real estate, and what that system can help you in how it can help you in to scale their business? And for example, they are right now closing at 1 deals a month. If they want to scale it to 4 deals a month or 3 deals a month, how a system can make them reach that goal?
One thing, marketing. I mean, marketing is such a broad term, it's such a broad word, but when you go into the details, you realize you just passing out your card is marketing. You putting a bandit sign on the corner of a street is marketing, and posting online. There's so many things that you can do as a real estate agent to market yourself, because in America there are over 2 million agents. You know, and you have to ask yourself, how do you plan to separate yourself from the competition? You know, is it that you're a good negotiator? Is it that you know how to get the highest listing price for your properties, or do you know how to close fast? And you have to ask yourself, what would you offer that makes you special, unlike your other counterparts or colleagues that are real estate agents?
These days, generating leads is never an issue. There are so many platforms, there are so many referrals these days.
So many.
The leads are coming in. But the main problem is the leads are not converting into appointments. And if that agent is putting so much energy and efforts in converting those leads, calling each and every leads and following up with them and making sure that they are being nurtured throughout the year. So the whole time is going over there, like 60 to 65% of their time throughout the day is going to nurture their leads, going towards the nurturing and the following up part and booking appointments instead of closing appointments, which is what they're supposed to be doing. So when I started Motson Media in 2020, I always had this dream that I want to partner with real estate agents and I want to scale real estate businesses. Me not being a realtor, but I want to be a marketer for them, and so that they can rely on me and they can continue to keep on growing, because realtors' growth is my growth indirectly, and I really want to scale many businesses apart from real estate as well. Initially, I started out as a dentist marketer. I was designing systems for dentists in the US, and then COVID happened. So after that, I transitioned into real estate, and I was always interested into real estate, that I will have to make my place in this market and I have to partner with more and more agents to help them achieve that success.
It's $1 trillion industry. You picked a great one.
And the most saturated one in terms of marketing as well.
That is true.
Main thing is, if I can get you to the bottom line, if I'm able to make you money, I'm able to stand out.
And that's what your specialty is, you know, and that's exactly what so many agents need to realize, that there are a lot of other people who can list a property, who can help a buyer find a property. But is it, you know, what's unique about you? You know, I will pick up my buyers and bring them to the property, so that way they don't have to pay gas, stuff like that. Because a lot of your money, when you're buying a home, is going towards closing costs, is going towards insurance, taxes. And you as an agent, you have to know those things in order to help your clients better. You can't just always think about the money. You have to actually learn the process in this game. So that's very important for, you know, those agents out there thinking about joining real estate, or the ones that are still there.
Exactly. And I'm actually talking to more than 45 agents in a day these days. Most of them are like, I just got my license last month, I just got my license in October 2020, I haven't closed any deal. So what message you would like to give to them, that how they can set the ball rolling and they can have their first couple of deals, 3 deals in the next quarter, so that they can gain so much motivation that 2021 can become their year, in terms of learning, at least learning how to deal with people in real estate?
If you haven't closed the deal, my first recommendation is find you a mentor, somebody who knows what they're doing, somebody
Yeah.
who has a proven system, a method that has paved the way for them and so many others behind them. Because you are new, you don't know what's going on. I mean, it's like the first day of school in elementary. You're just doing as you're told, just following the rules. But this game is so different. You have to think outside of the box. This is one thing that brought me to real estate. It's creative. You have to think. And that's a main point I'll take away, is find a mentor who can really guide you and get you your first deal. And once you got your first deal, then you can do it on your own, because now you know how the process goes.
That's correct. So mentorship is very, very important. So even you had your mentor when you started out?
Yes, I actually had several mentors, and they all gave me different pointers. They all gave me different avenues that I could take. And at the end, it was up to me to decide which one fits me best and which one I was comfortable with.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. First point is choosing a mentor. And the next point is effectively able to market yourself as a new agent. So I've seen this, that many agents are like, I'll get my license next month, so I'll start my marketing after that. You have to start your marketing before you get that paper in your hand.
Yes, it's crazy. You would think that would be something that would be common sense, but for so many people, they wait till after, which is bad, because then you go those 3, 4, 5 months without a deal, and now you don't want to be an agent anymore.
Most of the agents are quitting after the first year.
A lot. I mean, in being a real estate agent is one thing, and even in wholesaling, 97% of wholesalers don't go on to complete their first deal, and they end up dropping out.
Oh my God, that's awful, man.
The statistics show, this is not an easy industry to get in, and you definitely want to have bullheaded mentality coming in.
I would love to get into this wholesale thing in the real estate, and I have got my mentor, guys. Devon is my mentor already. I'll keep in touch with you always, man, because you have a lot of knowledge about wholesale real estate, and I have to learn a lot from you in regards to that field. Investment.
Oh, no. Yeah, call me anytime, man. Call me anytime.
Yeah. And to the new agents, I would always recommend that, for example, you are having about 1 to 2 months before you're getting a license. You just go out on the internet, go on the Zillow, go on the Realtor, get some information, and just start creating videos and just make your own version of that information and put that content in front of YouTube, Instagram, so that people start knowing you, that you are an expert, that you know what you're speaking about. And then, for example, once you got your license, then you can start running Facebook ads. Don't invest into huge systems. Start running Facebook ads, acquire some leads, and then talk to those leads, build those relationships, and then you'll be able to close your first deal at least in the next 5 to 6 months, if not so.
Yeah, because you can practice using Zillow leads. Sometimes I tell they're for sale by owners on Zillow. Those are prime pickings as a real estate agent. It's all about how well can you present your services and compared to the next agent. I mean, there are right now in the Houston market about 100 properties that are on Zillow listed for sale by owner. Even though that I have other avenues and other businesses going on, I still take the time out every day to take a couple of calls, to reach out to homeowners to see, hey, do you want your house listed on MLS? If so, I can offer those services to you. And if you do, I can send you a free home evaluation. Let's see how much your home is worth. You know, homeowners definitely want to hear something free. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's correct. And this is what we do when we build systems for realtors. And anyway, we are going to partner up soon.
Yeah, actually,
yeah.
Stay tuned, everyone.
Stay tuned, everyone. The fans of the real estate guy. So when we build out the systems to acquire more sellers, because these days everyone wants more sellers because of the low inventory, and when we acquire more sellers, we are not acquiring just those leads, we are actually getting appointments. So that's the main USP of the system. We deal with each and every conversion so that lead is not getting on the Google sheet directly. That lead is coming to us and we are double qualifying them before it reaches your doorstep. And the sellers are coming through this home evaluation tactic only. Everyone wants their home to be evaluated. How much is the worth of their home?
Exactly. The services that you provide are one of a kind. You know, you're doing the legwork. As an agent, you have to dedicate all day, every day to the work that you're providing at such an affordable cost. You know, it sums up what the game is about, and you are able to talk to these homeowners, get them a free home evaluation, schedule an appointment, and as an agent, all I have to do is take the call. If so many people knew that it was that simple and that they could hire you for those things, there will be millions lined up, because you have cut out so much time, and in this industry, time is money.
Exactly, man. And the call which you mentioned, all the people who are listening to this podcast, all the realtors, of course, who are listening to this podcast, for example, we couldn't generate that appointment, we'll get that live transfer. For example, that seller is like, I want to speak to the listing agent right now. Can you do that? Our sales team will be like, sure, let's do the live transfer. And then boom, you are in touch with that listing agent, and then you can close the deal, or you can fix a meeting so that you can go for the home inspection. Maybe you can handle that hot lead, because I have given that lead to you, and that's not a lead, that's a double qualified lead, which is an appointment basically, and you just have to close the deal. That's all.
I would recommend any agent, if they're listening right now, you need to inquire about these services. It's going to solve a lot of the problems that so many agents face out here, and that's the marketing.
Exactly. Effective marketing.
That's exactly what they need to hear.
Okay, Javon, I really appreciate that you told about my services. And everyone, any new agent who wants any mentorship of any kind, you can directly hit him up. He would love to mentor you guys. And my last question, what do you feel is the future of real estate in this decade up to 2030? What's the future?
Outsourcing.
Can you elaborate?
And when I say outsourcing, that's from virtual assistants who are like yourself, going to answer calls, get the appointment scheduled, working with agents across America, not just in your state, but all over, brokers who are wanting to connect, because the ultimate goal for any agent is to sell the property.
Exactly.
Seller's agent or buyer's agent. So you want to network outside your market, and you definitely want to start to outsource, because there are people who are doing cold calling for $5 an hour. You have accounting who are doing your accounts, who are doing your bookkeeping, that are across the world, that are 10% of what the cost of accounting would be here in America. And so many things when it comes to outsourcing is beneficial, because you cut costs and you still get to maximize your profit.
Exactly.
So that is one big thing that I say going into the next 10 years, outsourcing and more digital marketing is going to be the two main takeaways that I see. It's going to affect real estate in a tremendous way.
Digital marketing has taken over in 2020 itself. Like many people have been indulged themselves into the digital marketing space in every other industry, not even in the real estate, every other industry.
Due to COVID.
Exactly. Everyone needs to be online because we can expect more pandemics in the future because we have one right now. So it's nothing wrong to expect more because anything can happen anytime.
And another thing I take away for any agent out there is that just think about it. How many people are working from home?
Yeah.
You know, how many people have to work on their laptops who are scrolling on their phones? They're not going out there anymore and seeing these signs. They're not going out there anymore to these office buildings and having office meetings with agents anymore. It's now you're connecting with people via email, via social media, and
Zoom.
Just like us, you know, and from there, now you're building relationships with people faster. And those people that you're building relationships, even if they can't buy a house, sell a house to you, they have a friend, they have a peer colleague that they can refer you to. So that is something that is important.
Exactly. I actually agree on it. And due to Zoom, many people are actually seeing houses through Zoom. And also they are having so much new technology like drone cameras. They are able to show the houses in a much more effective manner that people 3D showing,
becoming very popular actually in apartments. They haven't really got into the housing industry yet, but a lot of apartments you see now doing 3D showings to stop the spread of COVID and everything.
I was checking out this beautiful apartment in the Virginia Beach, and it was like sea facing. So I actually had this 3D view of the ocean. It was so beautiful.
Wow! Look at that! That's how a lot of it's going now. You know, so many people like don't want to go to properties because of everything, and so those 3D will be something that is very big, and it's going to be the part of the tech world is going to be focusing more on real estate as it goes forward, because the market in the tech market in real estate is just so low. You know, we're just getting drones, just getting 3D virtual showings, but this is all technology that's been around for 10, 15 years.
Exactly. Technology is coming over so that people can close more deals and people can do more business. And ultimately, you as agents have to deal with people. Technology or robots cannot deal with people because technology changes, psychology doesn't changes. Technology keeps on changing, psychology stays the same. People stay the same, humans stay the same. They have to be dealt by humans, not by the robots. So robots can make your life easier. These marketing online systems, all those Zoom calls can make your life easier, but you have to be there with the presence of mind to close that deal ultimately.
Yeah, you got to understand, you got to learn. Your first time as an agent, you're not going to know what to say to a homeowner, to a home buyer, but that's okay. You learn what to say, you learn how to say it, and a better way of informing, your clients. You don't want to sell them anything. They already know you're selling them something. Of course, you're selling them your services. So the least you can do is take their mind off of that and to just focus on informing them on the information that you have when it comes to the housing market, when it comes to everything that you need to get done to close the deal.
That's correct. Awesome. Okay, Javon. So how did you like on this show? How was the experience?
Hey man, it was interesting. It was fun. First one of many.
Yeah, first episode.
I will be back.
Definitely. I was about to say this. Maybe on the 7th episode or the 9th episode, you're back. Definitely. I'm inviting you in front of everyone.
I'm a tenure. I'm a long-term guest here. I won't. I'll be able to keep explaining as we go along, and learning and just seeing and talking about everything that's going to happen forth in 2021, and so much
Yeah.
We have to definitely inform everybody.
Definitely. We should have one dedicated episode for wholesale. What say? Wholesale real
Oh
estate.
man,
One dedicated.
I definitely want to, because agents, real estate agents, and wholesalers are essentially becoming one now,
Yeah.
because you see so many of them working together to get the deal closed.
Right. That's correct. Awesome, man. So let's wrap it up for today, man.
All right, man.
It
Had
was
a pleasure
great.
speaking with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Javon. It was great to have you on the show. I'll link your Instagram and Facebook profile below the description on YouTube. And also, people listening on the Spotify app or on the Apple Podcasts, you can subscribe to this podcast and you can follow this podcast on Spotify so that you can keep on listening to Javon whenever he comes back.
Yes. I look forward to speaking with y'all again. Hopefully y'all took some of that knowledge and able to apply it into your real estate business as soon as you get off this podcast.
Yeah. Okay, Javon. Have a great day ahead, and it was pleasure having you. Pleasure interviewing you.
Same here, man. Pleasure hearing you, and you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you so much, man. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah.